Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order. And you're probably noticing a bit of a scene change for this week's video. I figured now that I have my new wall shelves installed and mounted up on the wall, they'd make a pretty decent backdrop for these videos, showing off my figures and things like that. And as I go to more events and more conventions, I want to get even more figures, try and fill up these shelves, show off a lot of cool Pokemon and non-Pokemon related things. You can see there's Spider-Man, Dragon Ball Z, a bunch of cool things up there. So this is probably going to be the setup that I do from my future videos from now on. Now, as I've been doing over the past couple days, putting up announcements and update videos, as you're probably well aware, the Pokémon World Championships has been held this past weekend in Boston and has come to a close. Now, I've already done 3 update videos, one for each day, highlighting some of the key moments over the weekend. I'm not going to go over it all again this time. If you want to check out those videos, go right ahead. They're on my channel. Or, if you'd rather just go right to Pokemon.com and see the winning teams and the winning decks of each of the finalists, just click the link in the description down below. Now, one of the perhaps biggest announcements that came from Pokemon World over the weekend is the announced that Pokémon Tournament is going to be released for the Nintendo Wii U. And the release date has been set for spring in 2016, and it's they had an invitational tournament over the weekend showing off the really awesome graphics and intense fighting action gameplay of this particular title. So next year, look forward to Pokémon Tournament coming to the Wii U. Another game release announcement that was made recently on Pokemon.com is Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. Now, if you're not familiar with the Mystery Dungeon series, it's kind of like a dungeon crawling game where you recruit more Pokemon, and each of the maps that you go into is randomly generated every time you go in. So you're never going to really be playing the same game twice. And there's evolutions included in the game. There's also going to apparently be Mega Evolutions. I think this might be the first time in the Mystery Dungeon series, because in the promo artwork we do see Mega Charizard Y and Mega Sceptile. So we're going to see some Mega Pokemon in the next Mystery Dungeon title coming out November 20th, 2015. So just about in time for Christmas. And with another announcement, Pokemon TCG Online has announced a new deck sharing feature. What you can do is, when you make a really successful deck, or any deck I should say, in Pokemon TCG Online, you're able to export the deck list into a file and save that so that you're able to share that with friends. You can also make it available for your opponents to check out after they have, after you've completed a match. So they can see what you've done with your deck, maybe give them some new strategies to help them out. And if you import somebody's shared deck list into your account, you can check it out, and any cards of that deck you currently don't have will be grayed out, so you have an idea of what cards you need to find to be able to recreate the deck that you battled against from your opponent or your friend, whoever sent you the deck list. So those are just a few quick little announcements that I got off of Pokemon.com. Now for the main feature of this week's video, I want to get to talking about the Pokémon Global Link. You probably already know what this is. It's an online website where it records your ranking data when you go into like the Wi-Fi rating battles in Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. There's also an X and Y League as well. There's different requirements and restrictions for each of these. I went over it before where I said the Pokemon I've generated and collected over the various generations, like caught them in Fire Red, Leaf Green, I caught them back in Pearl, brought them up. They're available in X and Y, but I cannot use those older Pokemon in Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, which is unfortunate, but that only applies to the rating battles anyway. So I didn't really look that much into Global Link over the the past however long it's been out. Mostly I just used it for connecting my account so that I can participate in rating battles, because you do have to have a Pokemon Global Link account to participate in the rating battles. But they were actually showing off a lot of the Global Link over the weekend at the World Championships, where when they're talking about like the teams that they're going to be seeing, they would go and check out the information on the Pokemon, and this is what I want to talk about. So if you go to the Pokemon Global Link, you'll see this page. If you click on Rating Battles on the left menu, it takes you to a page showing off the top players in each of these different formats. We get the all matches, or single, double, whichever. You'll see here we have the top 10 players of this list. You can also select what region you're looking at, and you can see what your friends' ratings are at. But what they were showing off a lot of was down here the Pokemon ranking. You'll see here it ranks the Pokemon. I think it's based on how much success they have had in the online Wi-Fi rating battles. what's really cool about this, you can click on any Pokemon. Let's start here with the top-ranked Kangaskhan, and you get so much information about this particular Pokemon. Here we see the moves that they know, like the percentage of what move these Pokemon knew as they had their battles online. You see Kangaskhan Sucker Punch is a popular one, Double Edge is also there, Fake Out, and Power Up Punch. Those would be the top 4 most used moves. You can also click down here and see the ability. Which ability are they most often to have? And Scrappy seems to be the top runner in this one, allowing Kangaskhan to hit ghost types with normal and fighting moves. Nature as well, you can see what nature they most often had and what held item they were usually holding. 99.3% were holding the Kangaskhanite. So Mega Kangaskhan was a very popular Pokemon. You can also see off to the right, they have the top 10 Pokemon that were on the same team. So you'll see it was often paired with a Thundurus, a Garchomp. You can click each of these Pokemon to see their ratings as well. And you can also see up here when victorious, it shows what move did this Pokemon most often use to win a fight. Double Edge was the topmost one. And it also shows the top 10 Pokemon that this Pokemon defeated. So, as you'll see, Kangaskhan is also ranked number 1 for that as well. And when defeated, which attack was most often used to knock out Mega Kangaskhan? We see Earthquake, Hyper Voice. There's not really any big number that we're seeing here, so any attack basically has a chance to take this particular Pokemon down. So this is a lot of good information. You can also click on, let's see here, you can just choose a Pokemon by the Pokedex number or the name, and they have information about every single Pokemon on here. You'll see Sceptile. I don't think it shows ranking beneath like the top 10 or something, but you'll still get information about what attacks they knew, what items they were holding. It's a really good resource and something you might want to look into when it comes to building teams. Because now that the 2015 World Championships are over, it's time to start thinking about 2016. So the Pokémon Global Link will be a good resource for you to use. Go and you can use it to see which Pokemon were most successful, and you might want to build a team of those Pokemon. However, you might also want to see which Pokemon are the top rated, knowing that other people are going to want to make a team of those, and see which Pokemon most often defeated that Pokemon. For example, Kangaskhan defeated Kangaskhan most often. Salamence was also shown though, so you could possibly build a team featuring Mega Salamence, look at the other top rated Pokemon, and choose the Pokemon most likely to defeat them, make a team of those Pokemon. It also helps you get ideas for what moves to teach them and what natures to breed them with. So with the 2016 season still a year away, or I should say the 2016 championship still a year away, what I might want to start doing is look into it myself. I would have to learn, and teach myself how to do this, but competitive breeding would be something really interesting to get into. Since I can't use my older guys in the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire rating battles, I might want to see about breeding a competitive team for use in the 2016 season. And I'll be using the Global Link. I'll be having to look up information about how to breed, natures and things, and I think I already talked about that a little bit, but I would like to do a more comprehensive video to help anyone completely new to breeding, or maybe not as well versed in breeding as they could be, to try and learn some new things. I myself, I don't know everything, and it'd be fun to learn and share this information with you viewers as well. So look forward to something like that coming up soon. I'm not sure when I'll get into doing that. We still got a year away. I don't need to rush on that. We got plenty of time. So the Global Link is something really cool to check out, and breeding is definitely an option. So that's all I'm going to mention for this week's video. The only other thing left is I do have a random booster pack opening just to end off the video, and it is a Primal Clash booster pack. And let's hope I find that dive ball I've been looking for oh so long. Let's check it out and see what I get. Alright, here is the Primal Clash booster, and let's take a look and see what we get out of it. Alright, so beginning with a Spinda, Nosepass, Volbeat, Staryu, and Bidoof. Our uncommons of the pack shall be Grovyle, which actually my Trico in Omega Ruby just evolved into recently. So I am moving forward in that game. I'm almost ready to do some online battles. Energy Retrieval. We have Experience Share, Reverse Foil, Dive Ball perhaps? Nope, Horsey. using Bubble. And the rare card of the pack is Kyogre. Not too bad. These ones you can get in the theme deck as well. Spring Tides and Ocean Cyclone, pretty powerful stuff. No Dive Ball though, so I still have to wait till my next Primal Clash pack to get that one. Oh well. That's the end of this video. Thanks for checking this out, and I'll catch you next time.